The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Suckup set to kick off.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down throw, Stafford. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. 7 yards, the pickup there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing is Stafford. Open man, he's got him to tag in Hawkinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
First down carry here for Johnson. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there. A big gainer.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Quincy Enunwa couldn't reel that one in, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Back at the 24-yard line.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
At their own 25-yard line.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Brady. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 7 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where did they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And, indeed, he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back. Came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
So maybe they can use that and carbon copy it.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Julian Okwara in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Complete.
Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They toss it out right to Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. And you're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and 2, Stafford. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 41, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
To score, Buccaneers.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now the third-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And a
good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
First and 10. Here's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Succop for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Lions 3. Ryan Succop set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Johnson.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
And the Buccaneers.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
11 on the play.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 20 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 28, Lions 10. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
1 yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Carry on Johnson.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
11-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Nick Borden, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps. But they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
17.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 48.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Brady. He finds Howard complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Lions 17. Ryan Suckup set.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded in the end zone. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun, Brady will drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
First down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Jones. And some room to work. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A gain of 15.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. The shotgun, it's Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, Brady going deep this time for Miller. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
And 10 at the 12-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there, 1st down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. This 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford trying to lay it deep. And they will not be able to pick up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and they open the lead up now to 25.
17.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Johnson. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll take over.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 2nd down. To throw again, Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Now Jones. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up the throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, Brady. He's got Evans. Evans into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They go to Johnson again. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Lions on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run. It's Johnson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Carry on, Johnson. Turned away on 4th down, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They run again with Logan. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 24. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
And inches.
He can run for it, and he will. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
The ball carrier.
Julian Okwara there to bring him down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Nick Fitzgerald with his first career NFL touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Field on the tackle.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball.
Took a great angle right there.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
That's good.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Levante David, the Bucs leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. Great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Today's final score, Buccaneers 56. Lions.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Lions, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.